Jackson police are continuing to investigate a murder case that's been open since 2021. 62-year-old Ella James was found shot multiple times inside her own home by family members on Palmyra Street, July 16, 2021. She died on the scene. Chief Joseph Wade says while they have a person of interest, no arrests have been made, and the investigation has been taken over by a cold case unit at JPD. James' daughter stood beside the chief this morning, once again asking for the public's help.
All right, good morning. Thank you for coming down. As you know, this is part of my campaign, the Stand With Me campaign, to stand with families who have been victimized and traumatized by gun violence in our community. This morning we have a very unique situation. Normally I'm here talking about young men that lost their life to gun violence in our community. I'm here normally talking about people that lost their life in situations, in our community involving gun violence, gang violence, domestic violence, and so forth. Today I'm here talking about a situation where a mother of Mrs. James Jones lost her life inside her home here in Jackson. JPD was called to the location on July 16th of 2021. The last time the family heard from her was on July 14th. Their mother lost her life very violently inside her home. She was shot multiple times inside of her home. The investigation has now been taken over by a cold case unit because now we have detectives who can go back and work on these older cases. We have got to bring justice to this family. This young lady I met with last week is suffering. Her siblings are suffering. Her family is suffering, and we mourn with her. Her mother was a beautiful lady who cared about her family, who cared about her community, and lost her life inside of her home. The location of this incident was at 1021 Palmyra here in Jackson. Throughout the investigation, a person of interest was established. We do not have enough at this time to charge that individual with her murder, but we will continue to work hard to evaluate evidence, to try to locate witnesses. So if there's anyone who has any information about the death of Miss Ella James, who was killed inside of her home here in Jackson, please call the Jackson Police Department at 601-960-1234 or investigations at 601-960-1278 or Crime Stoppers 601-355-TIPS. We mourn with this family. Speaking with her last week, the trauma and generational trauma that has come upon this amazing family is devastating. She spoke to me about her siblings, her brothers, how they were dealing with this trauma, and she talked about how she was dealing with this trauma. We're going to continue to work in lockstep with her to find out who took her mother's life, and at this time I will let her come forward and let her plead to our community to please come forward. It was her mother. This time, it could be yours next time. Thank you.
This is my mom. Her name is Ella James. She wasn't a stranger. She wasn't a stranger to her community. Her energy was so unmatched. It brought life. She was beautiful. I miss talking to her every day. I miss her calls. I miss her energy, She was a life. And I'm asking if anybody knows something, and I know you do, to please come forward, please say something. And I know that we are in a different era of time to where the village don't want to say anything, but she was the village. She was there. She loved people. She wasn't just our family, my brothers and I. She wasn't just our family. She was your family too. So I'm asking if we could just put a pause on boots on the ground and let's put our ears to the ground for her. because she doesn't have a voice. And that's where we come in at. We have to be her voice. On July 16, 2021, my brothers and I found her unalive in her home. This was her home. This was her place. And we are her family. You all are her family as well. So can we all be her voice? Because she doesn't have that voice anymore. Can we be her voice? And let's just help with getting justice for her. And I know somebody knows something. Please say something. Please come forward and say something for her. For her, for us. We're not asking for closure because that would come, but we do want justice for her. Please, if you can, just say something.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will take a few questions, but we see how this family is suffering. Please help this family. Help me to bring this individual to justice who went inside this amazing woman's home and took her life in such a violent way. When I talk about a violent way, she was shot multiple times inside of her home. Any questions at this time?
Do police suspect this was an attempted robbery?
We do not at this particular time. There was no forced entry inside of the home, so we feel that this was possibly someone that she knows, but we're not ruling out robbery because we still have some evidence in the case that we're evaluating. I don't want to say that the sole reasoning was robbery. There may have been some things taken, but we have a pathway forward, but we need more additional information to make this arrest and, more importantly, get a prosecution for this family.
You mentioned that there's basically a cold case unit. Do you have an idea of their success rate so far? And, or how likely is it that, this case is solved?
Well, the thing about it, if you talk about a cold case unit, you're talking about a unit now that is responsible for every unsolved homicide case in the city of Jackson over the past 10 years. Right now, they have went back and solved some cases because the community has come forward. The community has come forward with information. At a particular point in time, we'll be releasing that information about their success rate. But when you talk about violent crime in a community, we are plagued with gun violence, gang violence, youth violence, and domestic violence in our community. This time last year in the city of Jackson, we were at 44 homicides. This year, we're at 21. It has been cut in half, over half right now, because we are arresting these repeat offenders. We are arresting the people that is continuously pillaging our community. So now they can't go out and continue to kill people because they're in jail. So you have a question?
Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that I heard you correctly. You mentioned that you all had kind of a suspect in mind, but you said you didn't have enough eyewitnesses and stuff like that. I just want to make sure that I was hearing everything.
Yeah, we have a person of interest. That's how I kind of want to quantify it at this particular time. And we have a pathway forward. We kind of know what direction we're headed, but we need more information. We've got to bring this person to justice so this family will have their day in court.
Can you talk a little bit more about this Stand With Me campaign that y'all are doing?
Yeah, it's something that started probably over a year ago because I meet with families every single week in my office. It's not a laughing matter. It's not a joking matter. It's families that have been traumatized, that have lost loved ones here in the city of Jackson. And they want to know that their family's case is not just sitting in a desk drawer, that it's not just sitting in a file cabinet or a fireproof box. They want to know that their loved one's voice is still being heard through them and through us. She met with me. She touched my heart. I mourn with her, and we're going to get that family justice, just like we're fighting for justice for every single person in our city that has been affected directly and indirectly with gun violence in our community.
I don't know if you could talk a little bit about the logistics of the campaign as far as, are y'all reaching out to victims' family and telling them this is an opportunity to kind of get the case back out there? Or do you, like you said, she reached out to you? How does that?
Well, it's both. It's both. I've had them reach out to us, and we've reached out to them as a pathway forward to solve these cases. You will be amazed that once we put this information back out, One of the things that I wanted to do when I became chief was create a social media footprint for the Jackson Police Department. When we talk about these things, we not only give it to the local media, we push it out on our social media platform. And right now we have 73,000 followers on our JPD page. We will post clips. We posted a video clip about a month ago that had over 100,000 views. So people are looking, people are watching, and we need that one or two people or persons to come forward and give us that information so we can bring justice to this family. So this will be rolling out to the masses as soon as we're finished with this press conference.
Have there been any, since the campaign has started, have there been any arrests that have resulted from it?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, there has been. And we could give you that data as we look forward. But the thing about it, and I get this question all the time, you know, we talk about property crimes, the percentages, we talk about aggravated assault, carjacking, the percentages, but the litmus test is always murders. They gauge your success on murders, right? Again, let's highlight 44 homicides this time last year, 21 this time this year. 20 have been solved. 20 of the 21 have been solved. You know why? Technology, forensic work, the hard work of JPD, the men and women of JPD, leveraging our state partnerships and leveraging our federal partnerships. We are making arrests in these cases, and I look forward to making an arrest in this case.
I don't know if you have this figure on top of your head, but currently how many unsolved murders are y'all looking at right now in the city of Jackson?
This year, 1. Yeah, we've had 21 and we solved 20. But we have some more amazing work that we're going to be celebrating in probably the next hour or so. We're going to be rolling out to the media. Again, collaboration, state, federal, and we're going to leverage our federal resources and state resources in this particular case here as well. They have technology that we don't have. They have resources that we don't have. And I'm going to continue to fight for those resources for the citizens here in the city of Jackson and public safety here in the city of Jackson. All right?